All right, everyone. I'm hoping you're having a happy Friday out there. I don't know how many of you are able to stream in right now, but whether you're live or you see this later, I'm Michael Lee Parker, and I want to talk to you about some exciting news and some things that are ahead. Now, I went live not long ago, and I was talking with some of our affiliates, and I asked you to send in your questions that you might have about our affiliate approaches, as well as about some of the shows we've been having every week, and we want to thank everyone for tuning in to our shows. So wherever you are today, I want you to really understand that we've got some exciting news about some of the things that URCO is doing. Now, first and foremost, I have to tell you that I'm so excited to tell you about what is behind me right now. That's right. There's something behind me that is life-altering for the URCO movement. How many times do we wonder how to talk to people about the URCO movement, how to start telling them about all of this good stuff that is in URCO? You don't know where to start. You don't know how to tell everyone. You don't know how to explain it all. There's so many different aspects. Where do you start? Is it our breakthrough content? Is it our tools like Uplift with Mind Fitness? Is it the life-transforming shows that we have? Where do you start? Well, now we have created something that I've wanted to see launch for so long, and we're just about to launch this. We're just weeks away, and I want to get you ready right now. Now, this is what we're talking about. I want to reveal to you, this is the 30-day challenge. I want you to remember this logo. This logo is extremely important. This is the 30-day challenge, and you notice that the challenge is you versus you. And so this is something I want to make sure I pull up, see if I can find us online here live. So in case I see any of your questions pop up, I see a few people joining in here. But as you come in to watch, we want to talk, I want to talk a little bit about why this is so important and why you should be jumping up and down, those of you that love URCO. And then I'm going to answer a few questions that you all sent in about a week ago. So the 30-day challenge is so important, and this is the brand that we'll be using to promote this 30-day challenge. So get a good look at it, and remember the words, you versus you. This is critical. Now, when you think about a challenge, I want you to know I can't share with you all the stuff that is going on, but there's a packet and all kinds of tools, and I'm gonna explain to you why this is so critical to even answer some of your questions about how do we get people involved, how do we talk to people. So whoever is seeing this, I know our groups are growing, our community is growing on Facebook, on YouTube, as well as in other social sites, and we want to remind you that one of the greatest ways to grow the movement is to transform yourself. And that's why I want to create a challenge that allows people to know how to get that transformation, and not only for us that are already in the movement, but for the people that we're trying to introduce to the movement. Now, there's all these documents and stuff. I'm not going to show you everything, but it's going to be a beautiful thing. And even when you see things like this cool roadmap, kind of like a candy land that you can kind of walk through and go through here and know exactly what to do. Now, I can't give you all the details because it's, be exposing too much. But imagine though, we didn't zoomed in a little bit, just a little bit though. I don't want to give too much, but you can see there's a lot of beauty there. Now, this is really critical because I'm going to explain why that is so important. This is the missing link to helping people understand what URCO is trying to do. So what I'm going to do, I want to jump right in. I want to explain some things to you about why the 30-day challenge is so important, and I want to explain some of the things that will answer the questions that some of you all sent in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull in my trusty whiteboard, and you all know I love my whiteboard here. And this is something I want to kind of take some time. I see some people still kind of signing in. So those of you that are signing in, great. Those of you that will see this later, make sure and take the time to watch this whole video. Now, we think about the 30-day challenge. I can't say enough about this for a few reasons. So when we think about URCO has many different elements to it. So I'm just going to draw some circles here. And these circles represent all kinds of content and all kinds of tools, epiphanies, lessons learned, things that you can get that is transforming. And then we have things inside like Uplift, that are a little bit different or a separate app. The beauty of this is we need to know how to come into URCO and find the distinct path that helps me understand what this is all about, right? It's something that kind of helps me understand where to go and what to do. And this is what we're going to do. And when we begin to do that, it's going to say, even though there's all this stuff in here, here's where we want you to start. And this roadmap, if you will also help someone to understand exactly how to take you, our CEO, and use it to benefit their life. Now, when we take someone through that, again, the goal is by the time they get through this roadmap, they've already received both the sickness and the medicine. They've learned what it is that is the problem they're trying to solve, and then they've got the solution throughout the journey. And now by the end of that journey, they can decide if they want to take the next step. And this is, again, very, very important. So what we're really looking at is we're really creating a funnel. And this funnel, again, one of the, some of you may notice, but there's already ads that are starting to happen on Facebook. And then there's also things that we can do, right, through sharing and inviting. So we want to remind people in terms of sharing and inviting a lot of our shows and things that we've been doing. We want to keep you, conscious of that. You can go into our app, go to the Share Center, and you're able to invite people to our events, to our shows, as well as to our website. And so I'll talk a little bit about your questions in a minute. But being able to send people into this funnel and know that at the top of this funnel, one of the first things we want them to do is go through that 30-day challenge. And so this is a real big missing link, because getting people into that 30-day challenge is what allows them to begin their journey down this funnel, where some people, as you know, will end up becoming guest members, where they can come in and use a lot of our products. Some people will become club members, and some people will become affiliates. And these are really important because affiliates then also help to spread the word again. We've been missing this critical area that does a few things. Not only does it give someone a starting point. When people come into URCO, sometimes they don't know where to start. Well, now everyone's going to know exactly where to start. They're going to start with this 30-day challenge. They can take this 30-day challenge. Again, I want you to keep this in mind. This 30-day challenge is free. And during this 30-day challenge, they'll be not only able to get access to critical content, they'll also get access to Uplift. And again, as we mentioned, key content that helps transform them in that 30 days. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But this is, again, going to allow them to experience some of those benefits in an organized way. And throughout those 30 days, they're going to get personal coaching from me. So there'll be documents, there'll be tools, there'll be coaching videos. And through that experience, they're going to get actual coaching, and it'll be specific to a certain area. Now, many of you have asked some of the questions that came in earlier last week. You were asking about, how do I talk to someone about URCO? What is it doing? What is it about? Well, one big thing that you want to always focus on when we're talking about URCO, one thing is we understand that this is a self-leadership community. Okay? So always remember that. Another key thing is our mission is to help raise everyone's success IQ, right? So people say, well, what is success IQ? Well, this is everyone wants to be successful. Everyone knows IQ is about intelligence. And so one of the things that we're saying is to be more intelligent about our success. And the way that we do that, and where our secret sauce is you want people to understand that this community has a unique way of helping us understand about these 4 enemies and how to overcome them in our personal life, in our career, in our businesses, and as entrepreneurs. And we know those 4 enemies. Again, when we're talking about success IQ, we have to say we have a unique approach to these 4 enemies. And we know one is self-ignorance. The other is fear. The other is insecurities. And the other is mediocrity, right? So doing just enough to get by. So in here is the story. And one of the key things is for you to quickly connect how you are CEO has helped you in any of these areas. When you embrace you are CEO, its values and its content, it will make an impact on your success IQ and cause you to think differently about these four enemies and combat them in day-to-day life. This is where you begin your story. This is where you begin your conversation. Now, this is something we want you to be aware of. This is so critical, and we're going to be talking more. There's going to be more trainings I'm going to be doing specifically about how to run your business inside of you are CEO, for those of you that want to earn some income and do more, and those of you that just want to know, how do I get the most out of what URCO has to offer? Now, I'm seeing that some of you are dialing in here and watching. And so it looks like we've got some that are continuing to dial in. I want you all to be aware that when we think about this, I want to jump into some of the questions that some of you sent in. Now, some of them I've already started to address, but I promised you that I would go live and say a little bit about this. So some of you asked, what is the best way to describe URCO to someone with no knowledge of it? Now, I talked to you a little bit about that. And kind of to explain, it's a self-leadership community that has some really unique proprietary tools to help you raise your success IQ, and you kind of show where the roots of that is. But the biggest thing you can do to explain URCO is to explain yourself. Right? Explain how you have been impacted by URCO, something that you've done, something that you've changed, something that you're striving for, using this environment to help catapult you towards the goals in your life. That is the best way to talk about URCO, is relating it back to you. It's always good to know the Michael E. Parker story. It's always good to know the URCO mission, but at some point, you got to bring it back to the person they see standing in front of them, which is you. Now, I want to bring that in. There was a question sent in earlier that I want to kind of tie in, and I believe this is from Ava that asked, a lot of people ask about how you lost weight, and you mentioned how URCO helped you with that. Your question was, how do you really explain the concept of URCO? And sometimes you're sitting with people, maybe talking to them, and they start to drill you with questions, and you kind of draw a blank. Well, one of the biggest things, that's a great example, right? Jump right into your story. I use URCO. I watch the shows. I listen to the content. I use the tools like Uplift, and it keeps me in a state of mind that has helped me achieve the goal of weight loss. And I've lost a certain amount of pounds, and it's fueling my success. This is the type of way that you want to talk about it. Remember, URCO is really a movement. It's a club. Just like you have a fitness gym or anything else, we're joining a club that is about success. And it's something that will help to accelerate that when you stay around the energy and the content and the resources provided by URCO. Another question was, that if we have potential prospects and bring them to an area, this is from Betty, let's say I tell a group, I have a person that is interested the product and interested in the product, and they're not good at going online. But let's say I can bring them to an area like my home, and we have people that have stronger areas, and then you can speak to them as a group. Some people are better at writing, some people are better at talking. So, basically you're saying, I've never done marketing before, so how do I, really do this? So one of the greatest things that you can do is to really begin to, there's a lot of creative ways you can do things. Take some of our content. You can get people in an area, you can share content with them and tell them to watch it and then follow up with them. You can have, an environment where you all come together somewhere and watch some of our content. You can also hold watch parties on Facebook, for example, and watch one of our shows. There's a lot of ways to allow the content to speak for itself. Now, one of the greatest things that I'm excited about, though, is imagine being able to just forget about all that and simply say this: are you willing to take the 30-day challenge and actually raise your success IQ in 30 days, transform your success IQ in just 30 days? And people say, well, what is that? You say, exactly. Take the challenge and find out. It's free. That is going to be the main message we want everyone to focus on, because that is so easy to convey, and all the tools are built into the challenge, so you don't have to have a challenge trying to get them into the community to help them get the benefits of URCO. Now, a few other questions that are not repeats. You all brought up about having training videos and so forth. Now, inside of URCO, we do have an area specific to the affiliate network, and you can go in there and watch videos. They are in a certain order. It tells you a lot about how everything works, our compensation system. Now, one of your questions was, how do I describe the compensation system? Now, when we think about the compensation system, remember, we want to be really clear that we have an affiliate. We have an affiliate program, okay? So, and if you want to get more detailed, it's a multi-tiered affiliate. Now, sometimes when people hear multi, they think of multi-level marketing, they think of, pyramid scheme, all of that. You want to be really clear that this is an affiliate program. And one of the key distinctions you want to always know, now, there are a lot of very good multi-level marketing platforms out there that are completely legit. There's nothing wrong with them. They've been around for years. But people have given it a bad name because of things that have been done. So we prefer to go more with an affiliate model and an affiliate program. And one key distinction about how we have done this to just stay above the fray of ethics and integrity, a lot of times people charge people to be an affiliate or to be a distributor. So if I charged you $100 to sign up to be a distributor, what happens is people start making a business out of getting people to sign up for the business. So then there's no focus on the product. So that's where you start having an issue. But when you're focused on the product, and that is the only way people make money, that's what business is about, selling products. So the beauty of this is we don't pay anyone for signing someone up. You become an affiliate for free, right? So there's no gain there. And then once someone becomes an affiliate, if they choose to buy product and do other things, of course you can earn income. And even if they just want to buy product, you can earn income if you're an affiliate. So the best way to describe it is we have an affiliate program. And again, those details are right inside the app. Go to the affiliate area in our URCO app. And if you've not downloaded our app, if you're watching this video, make sure to register at urco.com. Then go to the App Store, download our app, use your same username and password, log in, and then when you log in, you can go to different areas that are within the app. Now, soon, you're going to start seeing a lot of changes, okay? So you're going to start seeing changes inside of our URCO app. There's going to be changes in the coaching studio. We're reorganizing things. We're getting ready for some of the big things we're going to be doing going into the latter part of July and going into August, really starting to prepare to wrap up the summer strong. But we have the 30-day challenge coming. We've got our coaching that's going to go to another level in terms of your ability to find things and how things are organized. There's more things happening on social media where we're organizing our content. Even in our YouTube channel, those of you that are on YouTube, we're going to be making adjustments and what content is available on YouTube versus content you have to come into our app to see. All of these things are going to start happening, so be prepared. You're going to start noticing these things, and we're going to have updates. But the beautiful thing about this is all of it is going to lead toward this greater system of making it easier to bring people into this funnel. Now, I want you to also understand, let me see if there's a few questions I didn't get to. Some of you asked about business cards. We are going to be making business cards available, so that's a yes. We'll just, that should be coming very soon. It's just a general business card that you can use. And I think this is the majority. Some of these are repeat, but some of you asked about training, about how to talk to people. Now, those of you that just love the product, you just more want to be a part of the community, that is perfect, that is great, that's what the movement is about. Those of you that want to be an affiliate and go further and be able to share and also earn income, we're going to be having more trainings about how to talk to people, how to convert people into the URCO community. And so stay tuned. And remember, we have a very, very lucrative compensation system in terms of how it is structured. They give 20% of the revenue in the first 2 levels of the affiliate tiers. If you don't understand what that means, it's very significant. And we're going to be, and we go up to 7 levels deep, being able to compensate someone in this affiliate structure. So go into the app, Find out more about that, and we'll be having more detailed training, but I can't say enough about this big announcement, being able to have a simple way to bring people into the community by having them take the 30-day challenge. It's you against you is our words to them, and letting them know it's about raising your success IQ, and if you don't know, that's the reason you need to take the challenge. So I'm going to check here and see how some of you are doing here online. It looks like we just have a bunch of observers and watchers, everyone kind of listening in. I don't see a lot of questions coming through, which is good. But before I sign off, is there any questions that any of you have out there? We're going to be releasing very soon our first big announcement where we start to cut checks to affiliates. So as you start to build your networks and communities, we're going to be cutting checks very soon, and then we'll be talking about the actual branded debit card that we'll have where you can receive your income that way. But until all of that is released, we're looking at as quickly as possible getting income to you. So you want to start thinking about how you're going to work. Now soon I want to do a whole another coaching session on you all that's been working in your squads, you've been working in teams. I want to show you about how to work in your teams more effectively, how to have more effective meetings, how to have a business strategy where you can begin to do this in a professional way to start understanding how to generate revenue, how to actually begin to grow your network, and how to do that as a cohesive team. So any questions out there? I'm going to double check again. It looks like we don't have any questions. So what I want to do, make sure you watch this video again to get some of those details. And those of you that are tuning in and that might come later, make sure and share this with others in the URCO community so that we all can get prepared. It is here. It is coming. It is now. The 30-day challenge has arrived. Now, we haven't released it yet, but we are just weeks away, and I'm so excited. It's going to be a game changer. You are going to love it. So be prepared. All of you CEOs out there, make sure that you keep logging in, keep being aware, and all of the things that you've heard about today will be reinforcing this in the coming weeks. So stay tuned. Until we meet again, stay strong and stay an executive of your success. I'll be saying more in the very near future, so stay close to your phone and always stay close to the group so you can hear these wonderful updates. Thank you all so much for tuning in.